Hello, and welcome to Microchip's Client Success and Design Partner Livestream. I'm your host, Nick DeRosa, and I'll be taking us through a conversation today about what exactly our Client Success team is, what services they offer, and also who our design partners are and what services they offer as well. Before we get started, I just want to do a couple housekeeping items here. So we are currently broadcasting live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So if you haven't already, give us a like and follow there, and that's actually how you're going to comment and give us your questions you can ask live here. So with me here at the desk, I want to introduce my Client Success team, Isai and Wyatt, as well as our design partner team, Ashwin. Hey guys, welcome. Also joining us remotely is Twin and Nolan from our Client Success team as well. Hey guys. Thanks for tuning in. All right, like I said, I'm Nick DeRosa, and I'm just going to get us started right here into this conversation about our Client Success team. Isai, can you tell us a little bit about our Client Success team and some of the services you guys offer?
Of course. So to tell you about our Client Success team, our main focus is supporting our customers. Whether it's technical inquiries or sales inquiries, we have engineers and we have sales reps available, ready to help you. And we're easy to contact. That's the most important part. So you can visit us on our website and live chat with us immediately. Those live chats will be with engineers or they can be with sales reps, and we can help you with your design. So no matter where you're at in the project, whether it's at the beginning stages or you're in full production, we have internal and external resources that can help you. So there's plenty of examples about how we help our customers. Wyatt, do you want to give an example about that?
Yeah, I'd love to. So just recently, actually, I had a call with a client, or he scheduled a call through our website, and once I joined the call, we talked a little bit about the project and their IoT design and the different services we offer. I was able to provide them the documents that they needed for the parts that they had, that they want to use, as well as talked a little bit about how we accommodate the supply chain issues with NPV and our PSP program. After we discussed the project a little bit more, I found out that they're in the very early stages and they needed support all the way through to the end. And I figured that's the best chance for our design partners to come in and, really help them out through the whole process. So if we want to switch over to Ashwin over here and talk a little bit about our design partners and how they could support our clients.
Yeah, so design partners are essentially your next step after the CSS team. They can take your project from the idea and the initial phases all the way to a full developed product. And so we have a large amount of design partners located globally, and they're also experienced in a variety of industries. And the reason that's important is because when you're developing, there's a lot of processes and process and legal pathways that you have to go through in order to take your market to product. So that's why having a design partner on hand, they can provide you with the technical experience as well as manufacturing capabilities. So we call those ones turnkey design partners, and they can take your product from the very initial phases all the way to a full manufactured product. But we also have smaller design partners that can help with just one part of the product development as well, such as maybe PCB design or even just prototyping. So the design partner program is really useful for expediting your development time and streamlining those processes that normally you'll end up having to think over when you're doing regular development.
Thank you, Ashwin.
Awesome, thank you so much, Ashwin. So Isai, can you tell us a little bit about how customers can get in contact with the Client Success team?
Of course. So we're really easy to contact. Our Client Success team is available 24/5, and we're a worldwide team, and I'll show you those regions in the future. Right now, I want to focus on our touch points on our solutions pages. So you'll find these touch points that I'm showing, and here you can live chat with an engineer or with a sales rep immediately, or schedule a call with us 2 days in advance. And we just ask for 2 days so that we can prepare for your call, hopefully have some recommendations or a solution ready for you. And if you need to contact somebody around the world, then we also have a team in Europe and Far East Asia available on live chat. They're also available for calls. So they're engineers as well, fully trained. So if you need help around the world, we're always available to support you. So that's pretty much a summary of how they contact our team, and we try to make it really easy for customers.
Fantastic, that's awesome, Isai. Wyatt, can you tell us a little bit about what types of customers you guys support?
Yeah, I'd love to. So we support anyone from startup companies to massive companies, individuals to academics to hobbyists. If you're using one part per year working out of your garage, or you're using millions of parts, we're there, we'll support you. If you're in the very beginning of your stage, you have no idea really what you're doing, but you have this idea, we could help guide you then. Or if you're already in production and just looking for an alternative part, we could help with that as well. So we support anyone, no matter what stage of design you're in. However, I would recommend if you are looking for more extensive support and you really want support from the very beginning all the way to the very end, and you have someone to work with throughout that whole process, again, I would recommend our design partners. We have design partners located all around the world. Ashwin, do you want to talk a little bit about where they're located and how they could provide more support?
Yeah, so the design partners are your next step after your CSS. So I would recommend going to the CSS team for your initial consultation. And then but a lot of the things is when product development happens is there's something beyond the scope of CSS. And that's where a design partner comes in, because they can really take your product and they can work with you side by side to develop it into a full market product. And so our design partners are also located globally. So we have design partners located in the North America, Europe, Asia. And so because they're located in a wide variety of industries, you can really focus on a specific market and target that market. And there's different types of designs that you might want to do. So you might want to design for modularity, or you might want to do an FDA design. So for an FDA design, you might want to go to a medical device design partner. But if you want to do something for modularity, we have industrial design partners that specialize in making highly modular designs. So it really depends on how you want your product to develop, but we have a design partner for that. So.
Perfect. Thank you, Ashwin.
That's fantastic. So the first step, reach out to the client success team and let them guide you. If they end up guiding you to a design partner, it's perfect.
Yep.
Awesome. Great next step. All right. Isai, I have another question for you. You mentioned your team supports all of the products here at Microchip. Can you tell us a little bit about how you manage all those and all of our different functions and solutions?
Definitely. So at the client success team, our main focus is traffic control, because we handle all of the products at Microchip. And that can be, quite a lot. So the way we do that is we have business units at Microchip that we communicate with and facilitate that communication between the customers and the subject matter experts. So if you need full expert advice, we have communications to our business units, and we can set up a conference call with the client and with the business units and ourselves to come up with a development plan and work out a way to support our customers. So each of us are, divided up into several different business units to make it easier for us to manage all the different product groups, and we take on training regularly from these business units so that we're prepared to take your calls and support your questions.
Great information. Thank you, Isai. So if I'm a customer and I'm looking for immediate support right away, where can I go? What sort of resources do you have to provide that instant support?
Yeah, that's a great question that comes up quite often. What you could do is you could always just log onto your computer, go onto our website. We have a bunch of touch points for our live chat. Our live chat is completely bot free and is actually ran by CSEs like myself and Isai currently present. And again, bot free, instant support. In a lot of situations, we're able to get you the answers right then and there. In some cases, your questions are a little bit more involved, in depth. We need to do some research to make sure we get you the answers that you need and that they're the correct ones. And so what we'll do is we'll make sure to capture your email. We'll provide you our email so we have clear lines of communications. And then we'll reach back out in a few hours, definitely within 24 hours, just to let you know the current status of your inquiry or just providing you the answers in general. So I would definitely recommend our live chat. That's our best chance to get instant support. And I believe, Isai, you and I were just talking, Monday, about a live chat situation that you had. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'd love to. So I can give you guys an example about how a customer came to our team through live chat. It was a big client, and they were looking for help with device selection. Specifically, they were looking for a data center solution that was complex and also flexible, but can be scalable to other designs. And I knew exactly what to recommend. I brought in our PCIe products, so I shared them some product briefs and recommended our latest generation, which is the Gen 5 PCIe switches. And the customer was really, accepting. They loved the parts so far, but they needed a bit more information from the documents, and the product brief wasn't really cutting it. So unfortunately, these documents are under NDA, but the customer was on live chat, so I was able to help them immediately with the NDA process and then get that all squared away and finished, get their project details over to the business unit, and then pull in the business unit so that we can set up a meeting and talk about the needs for the client and how we can support them on this new project. And then from there, we can make a more specific product recommendation. And they were really happy, really excited that I was able to support them immediately and get them the documents so fast. There was no need to hassle, contact Microchip support. The NDA process was really quick and slick. So, that's just one great example about how our live chat comes into play and helps our customers almost immediately.
Love to hear that. Love it.
It's awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, it sounds like we have a question coming in from Twin and Nolan. Twin and Nolan, what do you guys got for us?
Hi everyone. Yeah, so all great information. We do have some questions from our audience. So the first question is there multi-language support or only in English?
Do you want to take this away, you say?
So we actually do have some ability to support multiple languages. Since we are a worldwide team, we have people in Asia that can support certain languages out there, and then a team in Europe that can support any different languages. But us ourselves, we can use, in America, translation applications that can help us communicate between customers. So no matter what language you speak or what language you prefer, we can use the tools that we have available to translate and hopefully provide immediate support. So we can translate for you on live chat if you prefer not to use English. So we're willing to work with you, and we might not have somebody who speaks your language fluently, but hopefully we can, if you're patient with us, we can use the tools that we have available to give you support and hopefully answer all your questions thoroughly.
Perfect.
That's great.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we have another question for our client system engineers, and Wyatt, I think this would be a great question for you. How do you make sure consistent and correct support from your team members across different countries?
Yeah, that's a great question, actually. So we do have some sales reps. They meet on a weekly basis, just to go over workflow and do some trainings. But our client systems engineers here at headquarters, we meet on a weekly basis to go over frequently asked questions, just to document the situations that are happening, how we could better support, do some trainings within our function groups, stuff like that. And then we actually also meet monthly with all of our client systems engineers worldwide as well. So that's how we ensure consistency. We do meet with business units and function groups regularly as well, so that we make sure that we keep the consistency not just through our team, but through Microchip as a whole. And then Microchip Direct does meet quarterly, so that all of Microchip Direct is also under one umbrella and is all speaking the same language.
Great.
That's great. Thank you so much. Nolan, do you have any other question for the engineers?
I do, yeah. So Issei, you were talking a little bit about calls, chats, tickets, emails, all of our different support channels. We do have a question regarding that. What would you say is the average response time for each support channel?
Yeah, I'd be happy to answer that. So we have many ways to contact our team, and we like to respond to our customers immediately, because we know that these projects, they're really high pressure, and customers need answers quickly to get their product out to production as soon as possible. So we try to keep our response times really short, and that's kind of why we came out with live chat, because if you go to us for live chat, the response time will be immediately, and that's with an engineer or with a sales rep. Now, if we're looking at the conference calls that I talked about, that's 2 days in advance, and that just gives us time to prepare for your call and hopefully have a solution ready for you. So it might be more worth time to prepare a little bit and schedule the call in advance. And besides that, we have cases that customers can submit on our website for technical inquiries. And for those, we respond immediately. So we like to say within 24 to 48 hours for those. We just try to get on them as soon as possible. And then for emails, most of our team answers emails to follow up after the calls or after the live chats. And those are within 24 hours response time. So again, we have many different touch points and methods to contact our team, but we try to keep that response as short as possible to get that positive feedback from our customers. And we also take surveys to make sure that we're staying on top of our response time.
Awesome, thank you. I hope that clears the customer's question up. Do you have any more questions, Swin?
Yeah, so we have one more for the design partner team. So Ashwin, would you mind answer this for us? The question is, why would I use Microchip Design Partner instead of just finding a design partner on my own?
Yeah, so Microchip Design Partners, one really good reason you should use a Microchip Design Partner is because they've used Microchip products before in that industry. And whenever you're developing, you're going to face obstacles that might have either compatibility issues, certification issues. And so if you use a Microchip design partner, they've already used Microchip components before, so they'll already know the ins and outs of what needs to go in. They'll know what goes best together, and they can really work with you to ensure an effective design. And because we've already looked and we've certified that they've used these products before in these applications under these industries, that ensures sort of like a peace of mind that for you, you know that these partners have already built applications with Microchip products. And that's a really big thing when it comes to expediting your development time, because having a partner that's used Microchip products before is really going to speed up your time to get to a finished product.
Appreciate that, Ashwin. And that's all from us for now. Back to the studio.
All right, thank you guys very much. All right, just to recap, we are currently streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them live. We got Twin and Nolan seeing those right away, and they'll ask the panel here. So moving on, Wyatt, I have a question for you. So you mentioned that your team connects with lots of different business units within Microchip. Can you tell us more about some of the services that are offered from those business units?
Yeah, I'd love to. But actually, I want to divert this over to Nolan, who's joining us virtually right now. He had a great story that him and I were just talking about, I want to say it was last week, about how he is able to connect with the different business units and function groups. Nolan, do you want to take it over and share that story?
Yeah, sure, I'd be happy to. Yeah, so I actually had a pretty amazing experience helping a new customer to Microchip achieve their goal of producing 2 million products using one of our solutions in each one of their products. I was actually the first one to pick up the phone and offer them technical support. I was able to provide the support for them right away on the phone. And I was also able to guarantee them dedicated support throughout the entirety of their project. I knew that I couldn't really do this all alone, though, because it was such a massive order, such a big project. It was going to take a long time. So I got some help from some of our colleagues here at Microchip. I was able to pull in 2 local resources from Microchip that resided in their region. And I was also able to pull in an embedded systems engineer who was able to ultimately cut down on costs by suggesting a less expensive chip for them. This is able to provide the same functionality as their old chip, of course, and do all the same things that they wanted to in their project. But the best part about it was that we were able to connect the customer with a design partner who specialized in manufacturing, so we were really able to bring their design to life. We streamlined the process for the customer, and we made it the best possible experience for them that we could have.
That's perfect. Thank you for that, Nolan. And then I do want to just touch up on a few other services that we offer. If we could just pull up this slide real quick. We do offer a bunch of these extra free services. There are 3 that I want to touch on real quick, and then if we could show my colleagues Nick's computer right now, I could walk you through some of these services. The first one I'd like to walk through is our design check services. So if we could pull up Nick's computer right now, perfect. So if you go to support on Microchip's main website, support, and then you go to design help, that's how you'd go to our design check services. This service is completely free. You can submit your schematics and we'll have a team of engineers reviewing your schematic, and then we'll touch up on any key issues that we commonly see happen within the designs, and we'll recommend ways to fix it. Again, this is a completely free service that we offer here at Microchip. The next one I'd like to show is our CAEs. So if you go to your Microchip account, and then you go to your account and then dashboard, and then you'll go scroll all the way down to technical support on the right hand side, and then that'll bring you to this page. You scroll down, and then you would go to support services. This would bring you to this page, and here you could submit a CAE ticket or corporate applications engineers. This is a lot more firmware based. This is where I would recommend, if you're having coding issues, reach out to them, submit your code, ask for any kind of support that way. They do also help with hardware and FPGAs. They're great in those departments as well. So that's a great free service that we do support as well. And the last one that I want to show is our programming center. So this is on Microchip Direct. If you go to design services, and then on the right hand side you can see programming services. Here, you can submit your code, and then you can have it uploaded onto your microcontroller for free, and then we'll ship it out to you with that code already on there. This will add about 3 to 5. We try to shoot for about 3 to 5 extra business days on top of your original lead time to get the coding all in and then get it shipped out to you. So that's just a few other design services or designs that we support here at Microchip that are completely free. So.
Great, fantastic. Isai, I think you had a few other services you wanted to show as well.
Yeah, I can talk about those. So Wyatt talked about how we support hobbyists, students, individuals working on a new design, whether you're in your garage or work for a big major company and you need help with some technical questions. We always have free resources available for you. And I just wanted to show those today on the screen here. On the slide, you can see we have Microchip University, which is actually completely free courses, online courses that you can attend and take tutorials on. Those will teach you how to program our micros, how to use our dev tools, and also how to use the MPLab IDEs or some of the plugins that we have available. Besides that, we have Developer Help Site, which is the tutorials page. It has examples on there. It can walk you through the early stages of our dev tools like Microchip's MPLab IDE. We have Livestream broadcasts that have some educational material, such as the video we're in now. We have YouTube videos that give examples, have example code available, or give demos out, or examples of the products actually functioning. So they're a bit more interesting to watch. And then besides that, there's forums for customers where you can interact with other customers and also get help from Microchip experts. And then we also have dev tools and software support. So all of our dev tools will come with example projects or user guides to get you started. So there's plenty of materials out there, and our client success team is here to help you if you have any questions or if you need to find the right documentation, or if you need a recommendation on what kind of learning resources you should be looking at for your project.
Great. Thank you so much, Isai. One of the other big resources we have here at Microchip is reference designs, which is basically a base level design that will get you to the prototyping stage very quickly. And then as you build up, you can customize it based on the needs of the customer. So I think, Wyatt, can you tell us a little bit more about reference designs? And I think you have a story to tell us about reference designs.
Yes, I do, actually. Thank you for that, Nick. So reference designs, these are just designs that we make here at Microchip. It will provide anything from coding to PCB designs, layouts, anything that you need to get a design going on a very surface level. A great example of this is our e-scooter design. So we provide you with all these files, part recommendations, a lot of times even the bill of materials, so that you get this design up and going. And this kind of leads into my story that I had a conversation with this client. He scheduled this call. We started talking about it, and he said that he really wanted to use the e-scooter design, but he wanted to expand it up. He wanted to get it to basically like a motorcycle size. And so we started discussing different places where he wanted to implement that, and issues that could arise from scaling a small reference design up to something larger. So I was able to recommend a few parts for thermal management, battery management issues that could occur when scaling something up. So I was able to provide him with those recommendations. And then from there we started talking, and it really seemed like he's going to need help because it was such in the early stages that he was going to need help throughout the whole process. And so that's when I thought a design partner would be great for him. So I talked to Ashwin, got a few design partners recommended, and then I was able to shoot that over to the client. And then he was able to go from there. But do you want to talk about how maybe in a reference design situation, a design partner would be great for different kind of designs?
Yeah, so reference designs are also another really great tool that can help you expedite your design time, because since they're a very rudimentary working product, you can design them for modularity and flexibility. So in the case of electric scooters, typically when you're manufacturing a scooter, there's different battery pack sizes that you want. And so reference designs are really good for sort of scaling up and scaling down your designs based on what target market you want. So for electric scooters, there's like a basic scooter, then there's an intermediate, then you've got your high-level advanced scooter, and that's where design partners can come in, because they can take that reference design and then they can use it to develop multiple variations from that design, and it can be easily expanded or shrunk to fit certain markets. So for example, Europe has very strict electric scooter laws in place and they kind of sort of dictate the design that electric scooters have, but whereas the United States or North America in general has much looser laws. And so that's where a design partner can really come in and take that reference design and build and add your requirements onto it and to create a more finished product.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashwin. All right. Sounds like we have another couple questions from Twin and Nolan. Hey, guys, what do you got for us?
Yes, that's right, Nick. We have a few slightly technical questions for our engineers here. Isai, would you mind answering this one? What are the key differences between Microchip PIC and AVR MCU families?
Yeah, so I'd love to answer that. So the key differences between our PIC microcontrollers and our AVR microcontrollers are that PIC microcontrollers usually have a larger operating range, have a wider variety of products, come with higher pin count, but they're both really great products. AVR is usually more simpler instruction set, stays in the 8-bit realm, lower pin count, less memory for the design. I would recommend both products for your project depending on your needs. But when it comes to PIC micros, they are available in the 8-bit, 16-bit, and 32-bit, while the AVR is only available for our 8-bit solutions. But again, if you come to us with your design requirements, I'd be happy to find out which part you'd prefer for your needs and then recommend a better product. I wouldn't say one is better than the other, but there are differences between the two.
Great answer. Thank you, Isai. Nolan?
I do have another question. Thank you, Isai. So my question for you, Wyatt, is how do you optimize microchip design for edge computing and Internet of Things applications?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the first thing that I would recommend, or something that you'd want to look at, is the power management, and then adding in a security feature, and then even scalability. Just depends on what you want to do with this design. Moving forward, what I'd recommend is scheduling a call with us so we get a little bit more information about your design and what you're looking for and what you want the end application to be and what the end product is. So yeah, go ahead and schedule a call with us, and then we could discuss it a little bit further. And yeah, we'd love to take this off air and get your design up and going.
Cool. Thank you, Wyatt. Appreciate that.
Oh, before we go, there's a great question for the design partner team. So Ashwin, how can someone become a design partner for Microchip? What
Yeah.
are the benefits that come with being design partner with Microchip?
Yeah, so to become a design partner, just reach out to the CSS team, and there's a process that you'll go through, and we'll just basically Microchip will look at whether you've used Microchip components in whatever industry you're trying to become a design partner in. But there's a lot of benefits of becoming a design partner. So, for example, if you're a design partner, you get internal promotions throughout the company within our BUs, and also when the CSS team gains a lead, I can recommend them to your design partner. Since you're a design partner, I can recommend them to the customer and client. So there's there's also marketing promotions as well. So we'll do a lot of email marketing, social media marketing about your company and what you can do. So there's a lot of internal benefits that come with being a design partner. And you gain access to new clients as well. So, yeah.
That's great.
Those are great benefits. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
All right, of course. If there's no other questions, we can go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you all so much for joining our live stream today. It was very fun interacting with you guys and the client success and design partner teams here. Thank you so much for all of your questions. Again, if you haven't hit the like or follow button, please go ahead and do that. Thank you guys so much for joining. It was a really fun conversation today. And if we didn't get to any questions that you may have, just email us at livestream@microchip.com. And then, of course, check out our client success landing page at microchip.com/CSS. So with that, thank you guys again, and we'll see you all in the next one.